Imagine the following scenario. It's 2100. Vast regions of Earth are no longer inhabitable. A combination of high temperatures, unpredictable weather, and rising sea levels have pushed hundreds of millions of people from their homes. If our planet can no longer sustain us, maybe the future of the human race lies elsewhere. Even before we began fearing Earth's demise, we've been dreaming of other life forms, other galaxies, other livable worlds. For human life to flourish, a planet needs to tick 4 boxes. It must be a comfortable distance from its star, thus having water. It must be made of rock, be big enough to have a molten core, and sport a protective atmosphere. Recently, scientists discovered another planet we could call home, 7 other planets. In fact, they've named them TRAPPIST-1 after the telescope that allowed scientists to detect them. They're rotating around a dwarf star only 39 light-years away in the closest galaxy next to ours.
We don't know much about the planets, so for now we just speculate. And for that, the TRAPPIST-1 system has really captured our imagination.
Upon closer inspection, though, these planets might not be so livable after all. The sun they rotate around is constantly flaring, sending bursts of energy and gas. Also, one side of these planets is always facing their sun, and on the other, it's always night. Overall, NASA has confirmed the existence of some 3,500 exoplanets, or planets that go around a sun outside our solar system. Some might contain living organisms, or they could be suitable for humans to live on. But they're all really, really far away. And as of today, we don't have the technology to get there and see for ourselves. There's another planet, though, that's fascinated us for years, centuries, really: Mars.
Is there life on Mars? Mars attacks.
The real goal, however, is to get there. The Mars Society, a private initiative, is preparing to put people on the red planet, with research stations in rocky Utah, in the US, and the Arctic.
We're going to recreate a Mars-like environment and an environment that is not Mars to see what task will be the most difficult, collecting samples, for instance. Without the space helmet, it's very easy, but with it, it becomes a little bit more complicated.
Meanwhile, SpaceX, founded by Silicon Valley star Elon Musk, wants to sell you a $100,000 one-way ticket starting in 2020 and expects 1 million people on Mars by the 2060s.
We can bring life as we know it and breathe life into Mars where it doesn't exist today. And ensure that if there is some cataclysmic event on Earth, that life as we know it continues to exist.
Then there's NASA. President Trump is maintaining his predecessor's goal of sending humans to the red planet by the 2030s. That's what these men and women are preparing for. In Hawaii, 6 people entered a dome on a volcano in January 2017, the 5th experiment of its kind. Living in total isolation for 8 months means learning to deal within inhospitable conditions. So far, we've got no trace of Martians yet. Is anybody out there? However, in 2012, NASA confirmed there was once water on the red planet, oceans, rivers, and lakes that disappeared as gases in the atmosphere seeped into space. So, could we live there? We recently learned potatoes can probably grow on Mars. Space fries, anyone? Our guest has spent months preparing for life on Mars. She tells us what living there might be like.
Just going out for 30 minutes, that could mean 4 hours total preparation. We would have different communications as well. When Mars and the Earth are the furthest apart, it takes 20 minutes for a message to go from Mars to the Earth or from the Earth to Mars. So when we would send a message, we would have to wait 40 minutes to hope having an answer. We had to be very careful with water. We were allowed to have 8 minutes shower per week. At the moment, living on Mars means living in a confined space and going out only punctually with a spacesuit. Recreating an atmosphere on Mars, like it said sometimes, that would be really, I mean, that's still science fiction at the moment. It would require technologies we don't have. It would mean recreating a magnetic field on Mars. So at this stage, it is not credible. No, I mean, we have a beautiful planet, we need to protect it, and we can use space exploration to better understand it and make our lives sustainable again.
If there's no water or oxygen on the red planet, it's going to be a tough ride. In fact, according to a recent study by students at MIT on the Mars One project, visitors would probably start dying in just 68 days. That might be why, as much as SpaceX founder Elon Musk wants to send other people there, he doesn't want to go himself.